How you doing? This is Jack L, and you're watching a One More. The story so far was released. Mainly, the idea came up from a book a woman called Anna McPartlin wrote called "So What If I'm Broken," and it featured all my songs in it. And it was a story of a fictional story of fans following me around the place and their lives. So that was the original idea, to put something together that coincided with that. And then I've been making music for 10 years, over 10 years, and I've got 7 albums, so it seemed like a good point to maybe do something. So it was a little bit of that and a little bit of a retrospective kind of thing. But I like to say it's a milestone rather than a tombstone, because most gravesites people think. But as regards to something new, I mean, I think every time I release an album, it's something new, and it's different from the last one. So yeah, as much as it was nice to put a full stop, I suppose, on this part, and you know, look at the future and see what. Yeah, well, I've got a couple of different albums going on. You're always writing songs. I'm working on a thing at the moment called Atlas Songs, which is I've accumulated so many songs about places and countries that I have enough for an album. I'm working on kind of Atlas songs, where each song is a specific country or a place, or themed that way. That's kind of what's in me at the moment. But after this tour, I'll go in and start making a new album. And then when you go in and make an album, suddenly it can morph into something else. You know, it might turn into, you know, I don't know. But they change all the time. And you never even know if you go in and make an album what it's going to be. But I've got a lot of songs, and I got a lot of things I could do. But I won't know if I actually go and do with what it's going to be. But there's still, I've covered a lot of musical ranges, but there's still a lot of them that I want to try out. I find travelling is one of the most stimulating things to make you write, and to, I don't know, just it takes you out of your reality and puts you somewhere else. And I don't know, motion itself seems to make you want to write. So, and I love travelling. So I'm a lucky guy. I'm doing my 2 favourite things. I'm travelling and I'm playing music, and life is good. Well, it was one of those radio shows where they make you do a cover of a current pop song, and I ended up doing Kylie Minogue's "Can't Get You Out of My Head," and suddenly everybody liked it, which was bizarre because I just released an album and it got more noticed than that. But anyway, I can see why it's such a great song. And it reminded me of a Serge Gainsbourg song, or kind of Euro pop kind of thing. But it went on, and it ended up on the Jonathan Ross show in the UK, and he had Kylie Minogue on. He played it to her, and she said she liked it. So that was all good, you know. But as regards covers, I end up doing odd little covers. If I hear a song, a pop song, and I think, I think I could actually do something with that, or you hear the song inside the pop, you know, that's something that can be played on an acoustic guitar. So that's kind of how I end up doing funny covers outside of the other ones. Yeah, it's good to learn other people's songs, because it informs your own songwriting too, you know. It came from the album "The Stories So Far," where I had done a couple of songs with them previously, and with the choir, and they sounded really good. So when I was doing this tour, I thought it'd be nice for the bigger venues to bring in the gospel choir feel. I haven't become religious or anything, but it just lends itself. There's a kind of a bluesy, gospely feel to some of the stuff I do, and I feel like Reverend L, you know, doing these shows. It's like a review. But it seems it's not all gospel. There's a lot of choral kind of stuff in the songs as well, and a little bit of Ennio Morricone and things like that. Yeah, well, I mean, music was really good to me, I have to say. Music was the thing that always lifted me up, and you know, gave me something to live for. So I think music is very important. I mean, I think now with the whole recessionary thing and all that, artists and musicians have to do more to inspire people and lift people up, because that's your job. It's all about trying to to lift people up. That's what I try to do. And it's only when you travel you see how, what for such a small country, there are so many individual and unique kind of artists, and you know, you've great Irish artists like Damien Dempsey and people like that who are just amazing. Jinx Lennon, and they've been around probably as long as they have. But also you have you know, younger guys coming up who are there's a lot of imagination, you know, in what's coming out. And now with the home recording thing, people can do things that it used to be, you know, you had to mortgage or get a loan or whatever to do an album. But now you can do it quite easily at home. So I don't know. I think there's never been a better time musically in Ireland. I think we've gone through a kind of a renaissance period. So onward and upward, hopefully. And I mean, it's harder now to. There's a lot of things it's hard to get on. I mean, Irish radio probably should have 50% Irish music be played on it, because it's so hard to survive if nobody ever hears you, you know, or to even get your head above the water. So things like that would help. And obviously, downloading is hurting people. As you know, you can really only make money from gigging now, and if you can't build an audience, how do you gig, you know? So it's kind of chicken and egg thing there. It was used to sell records, now bring an audience now it's do gigs and sell records, but how do you get that? You know what I mean? It's confusing. Well, I mean, U2 looks like good fun, doesn't it? You know, it's pretty monstrous. But it would be, one day, I suppose I play bass or something. We did a song, the Ronnie Drew song with U2 last year, before he died, where he got everybody together to do this tribute to Ronnie Drew's. Here's to you, Ronnie Drew. That was cool.